Hi beautiful friends and book lovers. Today I have my February book haul for you, and and it's my TBR because I want to read most of these in February. I hope that I can. I told you guys that I have a fairly easy semester at school, so I have a lot of time to read. Yes, so let's get started. I have 10 amazing books. The first one is Ruby Red by Kirsten Gier. I read this with my Goodreads read-along group, which I will link in my down bar below. And this is the first in I think it's just the Ruby Red trilogy. And I liked it, but it wasn't a favorite. The book started off really, really strong, and then it kind of just dwindled out. And I know I'm supposed to read this in February, but I started early, and it was for my January read-along with the book. But yeah, since I didn't film a January book haul or a TBR, I am showing you guys now. The second book, which you guys know I also read early, but that's it, I promise, is The One by Kira Cass, and my discussion for this is already up, and yeah, of course I loved this. It's amazing, and I cannot wait for The Air, which comes out in May. The third book, which I know a lot of you are going to be excited about, is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Yeah, I'm super, super, super excited to read this. Two men love her, the whole land fears her, only she can save them all. It's about this girl who is like an insane assassin. She's like the best assassin in all of the world or in her area or something, and she has to compete with 23 other competitors to be the king's assassin. So I'm super excited to read this. It's a big book, and yeah. The fourth book, I should have read this a while ago. It was on like everybody's favorites of 2014, is The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. Yes, let me just read you guys this little flap here for those of you who haven't read it like me. After the first wave, only darkness remains. After the second, only the lucky escape. And after the third, only the unlucky survive. After the fourth wave, just one rule applies: trust no one. Now it's the dawn of the fifth wave. There's a hair in my mouth. And on a lonely stretch of a highway, Casey runs from them. The beings who only look human, who roam the countryside killing anyone they see, who have scattered Earth's last survivors. To stay alone is to stay alive, Casey believes, until she meets Evan Walker. Mysterious Evan may be Casey's only hope for rescuing her brother, or even saving herself. But Casey must choose between trust and despair, between defiance and surrender, between life and death, to give up or to get up. So this sounds really good. Everyone I feel in BookTube and the world has loved this book, so I'm super excited to read this. The fifth book is Insurgent by Veronica Roth. I read Divergent when I first started BookTube, so like 2 years ago. And you guys know, I mean, the video is super old. I don't even want to put it in the link bar because I was like such a noob at BookTube, but whatever, I'll put it in there anyways. I didn't really like the book as much as I thought I would, but the movie was good. I liked the book to movie adaptation, and this comes out 8 days after my birthday, March 20th, and I want to see the movie, so therefore I must read this beauty before I see the book. Okay, and on to the last five. This is called Haladrass by Michael M. Farnsworth. I really, really like this cover. I think it's beautiful, and I like the colors and everything. When Skylar's uncle warns him to stay away from the mysterious winged insects that have been sighted on other planets, he thinks little of it. No one has ever seen the insects on their planet of Haladrass. His uncle knows more than he's telling, though. The creatures are not insects, but machines, and they're hunting for Skylar. Only after Skylar narrowly escapes capture and flees Haladrass with his uncle does he learn the whole truth. What his uncle reveals will shatter Skylar's world. Torn from the girl he loves, I'm guessing this girl on the cover, and thrust into the center of a conflict that will consume the Empire, Skylar must fight for all he cares for, even as he struggles to know who he can trust. So this sounds really good. I'm really excited to read it, and I love that color. Or those colors. This is called The American Lover by Rose Tremaine. This is a collection of short stories. Some of them are: trapped in a London apartment, Beth remembers a transgressive love affair in 1960s Paris. The most famous writer in Russia takes his last breath in a station master's cottage, miles from Moscow. A modern-day Juliet is forced to choose between sexual passion and obscene riches. So I think it's a collection of 8 stories, and it got really, really great reviews, and I'm really excited to read it. And from what I've been noticing, authors are tending to do more like short stories. For instance, my next book is Einstein's Beach House by Jacob Appel, and this is another collection of short stories. And I heard this was really good too, so I am really excited to read these. I don't know what the deal is with short stories, but I'm not complaining because I like them and I haven't read short stories in a while. My 9th book is A Replacement Life by Boris Fishman. Let me just read the back for you guys. Slava Gelman wants to be a great writer, but can't get past his job as a lowly researcher at a New York magazine. Then his beloved grandmother dies, and his grandfather corners him with a request to write a few Holocaust retribution claims that aren't quite true. Slava is reluctant, but when he gets into it, his semi-functional accounts of a generation's real suffering turn out to be the best writing he has ever done, and a surprisingly wonderful way for Slava to reconnect with his family and his own roots. This also got really, really good reviews and kind of a funky cover. But yeah, I am excited to read this. I'm like losing my voice for some reason, I feel. Okay, and the last book is Our Endless Numbered Days. This is an ARC that I won off of Goodreads. It is a really, really long book. The cover's kind of funny. Look at her face. I'm like, that's different art. But this is kind of a weird storyline. It is about a girl whose father takes her into a forest and kind of like just pretends that it's only him and her that like live in the world, and then she's there for like 9 or something years, and then she finds like this pair of boots in the wilderness and is like, what? There are other humans besides my father and I? So yeah, I don't know. I'm really intrigued to read this. It kind of sounds like a kidnapping story, but like with a weird twist. So I don't know. So yeah, those are my 10 books for February. My book haul and TBR. Hopefully I can get to all of these. I don't know if I'm going to be doing reviews of them all on my channel, probably the main popular ones. But yeah, if you want to see reviews of any of the other ones, just let me know. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and let me know what you are going to be reading in February. See you later. Bye.